dive into the story of maybe the greatest underdog in sports history.
Check this out. 7. That's how many Super Bowls Tom Brady won, more than any player ever.
But his journey started here as the 199th pick, basically an afterthought.
So how does a nobody become a legend? How did that kid become the champion?
You know, this whole underdog thing, it didn't start in the NFL. It started way back in college. Get this, at Michigan, he was the 7th string quarterback. 7th. He almost quit right then and there. Instead, he talked to a sports psychologist, and the advice he got? It changed everything.
And he really took it to heart. He treated every tiny chance like it was the Super Bowl.
The draft day in 2000, it was a whole new wave of disappointment. He just sat there waiting for hours. When they finally picked him, he was just some skinny kid, literally carrying a pizza box. No fanfare.
But get this, the first time he meets the team owner, he says this. Talk about bold.
And his rookie year, he was 4th string. Basically invisible, buried on the roster.
But he didn't wait to be the starter to act like one. He just prepared like his life depended on it.
Then, boom, the starting QB gets injured. This was it. This was his shot.
And because he was so prepared, he stunned everyone. He led them to a Super Bowl win that same season.
And just to prove it wasn't a fluke, he won 3 championships in 4 years, a straight-up dynasty. Years later, down 28-3 in the Super Bowl, he led the biggest comeback ever. Just unbelievable.
And if you still had doubts, at 43 years old, he joined a new team and won another one. So what's the secret? It's the mindset. He literally used all that doubt as fuel for his fire.
In fact, he kept his old negative scouting report, just to keep himself fired up.
Look, his story isn't really about football. It's about the crazy power of believing in yourself. So if the kid picked 199th can become a 7-time champ against all odds, then what's the long shot you're willing to bet on in your own life?